Hello, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. I actually, I'm not going to be here long, but I'm here at the park with my little ones, and I had full-on intentions of batch filming today while I was at the park, and I hope this mic isn't catching too much of the wind. As you can see, I got the tripod set up, and the phone is waving, honey. Gotta do what you gotta do. But as I sit here, and like I said, I had plans of batch filming and coming. I got messages that I want to talk about. I got my notebook here. This is actually my healing notebook. This is my journaling notebook that I put a lot of my own personal thoughts and depths and all that type of stuff in. And Spirit was just like balance. And as I sat here, I was like, okay, well, what does balance look like? Because Spirit, I got goals, I got dreams, I got things to do, but you can't. I got dreams, I got goals, but at the same time, I'm here at the park with my kids, How do I make sure that I'm giving them all the attention that they need, make sure that, I'm doing my part as a parent to make sure that my kids are safe, making sure that their kids are safe from my kids in case, mine are young, so, things like playing with sticks and sand and all that type of stuff is still very prevalent at this age. And if I don't tell my kids, hey, put that down, hey, cut that out, who will? So my way of finding balance today is going live with you guys, completely impromptu, had zero plans of it, and watching my kids play. And it's such a beautiful experience because we're often told that we can't do both. We can't have it all. And I'm finding that for me, more and more, it's becoming a limited belief system. Because why can't I? Who said so? It doesn't mean that there isn't a certain amount of energy that has to be put forth in order to get it. But I'm learning that when people say, I don't chase, I attract. I used to hate that saying because I'm like, what do you even mean by that? But in order to attract certain things, it means to put yourself in the mental and physical position to be able to receive the thing that it is that you're trying to bring into your life. And as much as I am 100% in it when it comes to building this business, building this platform, I am also equally dedicated to being a parent and being a present parent at that, allowing my kids to be kids, teaching them, allowing them to grow, allowing them to make their own mistakes, but also getting to know them at their core so that as they grow older, I have shown and proven that I'm a reliable source of information, a reliable source of love, a reliable source of encouragement. And that takes work, that takes honesty, and that takes transparency. But going back to balance. What does balance mean to you? I'm just gonna ramble because I was gonna try to get back on that topic, and it's just not. It's not happening. I don't think I've actually spoken about, why I'm here, what it is I do, but my goal as a transformational empress is to give clarity to women that are just like me on how to get back to our most divine, feminine, and whole selves, our most authentic selves. Because if you're anything like me, you're a mom. You've been through some things. You've seen some things. I've struggled with mental health issues. I'm diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And I just have this feeling I have ADHD because all my life people have been telling me, like, you're so smart, but you don't apply yourself. Like, I'm trying. It's just confusing out here. I struggle to focus with certain things, and especially with PTSD, that comes along with memory issues. My short-term memory is in progress, a work in progress, to say the least. But through healing, my connection with God, Source, Spirit, through putting the work in for therapy, okay, because that was very important. That was a very, 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 very important part of my journey. And a lot of small realizations, revelations, along a lot of small sparks of understanding caused a snowball of momentum to get through my healing. So I'm sorry, I'm distracted because, like I said, sticks, okay? Okay, I just wanted to make sure my baby girl was going away from people when it came to these sticks. But what was I saying? I might do my mascara in this camera here, baby. Because, yeah. So like I said, I'm a woman who doesn't claim to have it all together, but through loving myself, through determination, through changing my thought process, through being around the right people, through encouragement, through learning to believe and trust myself all over again, I feel as though I've accomplished what was seemingly impossible to me at one point, and that's going to school. I am a 3-time college dropout. Okay. And since I've started college last year, and I did either 3 or 4 classes, and I had a really bad mental health show, and I struggled with communicating. I had a hard time asking for help. So because I went into like a depression and anxiety spiral, I wasn't getting my work done, and then I started to have that guilt funnel of not getting that work done, and it just spiraled into something awful, and I ended up failing the class, dropping out, having to pay for the class, and but that was my last time I said I wasn't, even though I failed. I learned something new, And I'm not going to allow that to stop me from my journey of going back to school. So that was my last time. Um, I wouldn't say I dropped out. I wouldn't say I dropped out that time. But I want to say that was around last year, October. I took the winter time off because a part of my depression, sometimes it gets reinforced by the seasons. And around May this year, I started going to school again, and I've been making straight A's since. Okay. So what is that, like 5 or 6 classes? Long story short, since I've been back in school, I've completed like 8 courses, which is a lot for me because I'll go to school, take 1 class, and be done, and they won't see me again for the next 3 years. That's just, So when I say impossible, this is what I mean. Like, when I first dropped out of college, it was right after high school, my first year. Went there, didn't do what I was supposed to do. Sorry, I hear a baby crying and I don't see my little one. Okay, I see them. The first time I dropped out, there was so much shame, and how it is in the black community. Sometimes you went up there and played and wasted your money, and you already knew that you wasn't ready to go to do. And though they were right, it tore me up inside though. So I had been holding on to my failure and just used that as an excuse not to try again. And through therapy, through the support of my other friends who have gone to school, completed it, I was able to be encouraged. I was able to be, some people showed me some tricks of the trades and time management skills to be able to accomplish what it is that I desire to accomplish. And it's been amazing. Of course, there's been some ups and downs, but even this year, I don't know what it is about this retrograde, but this retrograde has been both amazing and it's been amazing and challenging all at the same time. Like, I've accomplished so much, but at the same time, it challenged the way I thought. Like, this time last year, I want to say I was getting close to the time where I was getting ready to drop out. Oh, this is the time because, oh Lord, because 3 years yesterday, it's been 3 years yesterday since my mom passed. A part of, me battling my mental health issues, I couldn't tackle anything else until I got a hold of my grief, until I got my grief under control. And it's something. I don't know if you guys ever lost a parent or somebody really close to you, but whether you remember or not, there's like an energetic stronghold sometimes that happens where it just seems like you might not know what's happening, but the energy is just funky. It's different. It's heavy. It's like your subconscious knows that this is what happened, but your conscious mind might not know. And every year since my mom passed, it's been like that, except the last couple years I've allowed it to destroy me. And when I say destroy, I mean like neglect my responsibilities, revert back from the things that I know I need to do, and undo the healing that I had already done. That's what I mean by destroy me. Me thinking about my mom is not, a terrible, awful thing for me. No, I love her to death, and I miss her a lot, but it's no longer debilitating. So while I was going through all of this, I communicated with my teacher. I'm like, look, I am having a very rough time right now. I struggle with these things, and if I need to, I'll prove it to you, but I really believe, hold on, got one child covering their face. You okay? Okay. Like, I will prove it to you. But she was like, no, I'm a military veteran. I understand, what it is that you're going through. Just do what you can. Do what you can. And I'll work with you. We'll do extensions, whatever. And that's what it was. I did what I could do when I could do it. And when I couldn't, I listened to my body, and I didn't. Because at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I can't be upset with myself if I truly gave it all I got. But if I didn't give it all I had, then that's something that I'd have to sit with internally. And I'm at a place right now where I'm tired of giving up. I'm tired of giving up, because giving up hasn't served me. Me giving up doesn't. It just it reinforces negative thoughts for me. And I am deciding to be a winner. I am deciding to be a conqueror. And that's just not, laying down in my failures is just not something that I do anymore. You want some water?
That's the bathroom.
That's your water. Bathroom? Give me a second.
Do you want to go check?
Girl, get your little head out the way. Little nosy self. No, I'm not going to let you go to that bathroom by yourself. Y'all gonna come with me. Don't do that. What is crazy. Don't do that. So now I got to look at one baby and keep an eye on the other one. No, I think that's the back of something. We're going to go this way here and see. Let's see if it's in the front here. Yeah, I think this is it. No, this side, nope, that's men's. Let's see here. This is the women's bathroom. I'm gonna make sure ain't nobody up in here. I don't play them games. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna be right outside. I'm just keeping an eye on Bryson. Yeah, we don't play them games. I know y'all done seen them videos of creepy people being in them bathrooms, baby. To hell I go. For mine. Where was I? Yeah, failure and sitting by the wayside is no longer an option for me. Learning in my failure is, succeeding through my failure is, okay. So that's the community I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a community of people who are working towards their healing, working towards their best self. And it all starts from a decision, man. It all starts from a decision. I don't claim to be a miracle worker. I don't claim to sorry. I don't claim to be a miracle worker, but sorry about that. I'm getting Facebook notifications. But yeah, I don't claim to be a miracle worker. I just claim to be a fire starter. And what do I mean by that? If there is a fire, if there is a spark in you, if there is a desire to do better because you know better, but you just don't have the guidance, you don't have the circle around you to encourage you, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I have a circle of amazing women, very strong women, and we encourage each other a lot, but there's not a lot of momentum behind it sometimes. Like, we give each other, it used to be a case of we give each other ideas to be able to make each other's situations better. And sometimes you take the advice and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you make moves, sometimes you won't. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say it like this: sometimes your environment is not conducive to where it is that you're trying to go. So my purpose is to give you someone that you can speak to about the things that you're trying to do. I'm here to root for you. I'm here to speak to your divine guides, guardians, and ancestors. Consult with them in order to ensure that you're on your highest, most productive path forward. And not just on a physical level, but help you on the mental and spiritual level as well, because a lot of people don't do things for themselves because they don't have faith in themselves. They no longer trust themselves, and baby, that was a hole I had to crawl out of. I was married for almost 10 years, and I realized that I gave up a lot of my power in that relationship, meaning, actually, I don't think I want to go into that right now. It's a beautiful sunny Saturday, and I do not want to go into it, but I'm just going to say there was a point where I realized that I no longer trusted myself and the decisions that I made, because I was in a situation where somebody always nitpicked my decisions. It was always something better that I could do, or always this, always that, da 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 da. And because I didn't make the decision that they would have made, or it wasn't just perfect, it was like nothing. They didn't let anything slide. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So then, divorcing and being on my own, I had to learn to stand on my own too, all over again, after being ridiculed for every fucking thing I did, Also, I cursed. I was doing my best not to, but I do. Something else about me, I was in the military for 12 years, okay? And not that that is an excuse, but baby, them words fly, okay? Not that that's an excuse, but them words fly. So, hold on. My baby taking too long for me. Yeah, finger on me. You all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, y'all, I'm a mama first. And see, this is what I'm talking about. It all comes back to the balance. You see that? So, and I got my other baby running over here now, too. Hey, I'm right here. You good?
Yeah.
Do you get some water? You said you need to get some water? Okay. Do you know which one is yours? Yours is closer to the fan right there. Nope. Nope. The next one. Yep, that was yours. Yeah. So it started off with therapy, because you think you need to heal one thing. Oh, I just need to get this up off me. Oh, I need to da 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 da. And then you realize, like, oh snap, I need to be making these decisions, but I'm scared to make these decisions. I don't necessarily trust my decisions. Why? Because I have PTSD. PTSD also makes you paranoid. Being paranoid, being anxious, having, going through these ups and downs with depression, fighting migraines on a regular basis. Like, you're fighting for your stinking life, bro. And now I have to really rely on my own decisions. This is crazy. But I did it. And I fought through it. And I gave it everything I had. And once I started to toss out those limiting beliefs that I can't, I started focusing on the things that I could do, the things that I can do, and started working around my insecurities, working around my quote unquote incapabilities. Because while I was in the military, I was doing things like briefing generals and, teaching officers, and, I was an instructor, I was a supervisor, I was leading deployments and all these other different things. And now, I see a dog and I hyperventilate. You know what I'm saying? So it's grief. I am rambling, y'all. I'm sorry, but it's just, I hope y'all getting this. But just a little tidbit of information. I actually posted a reel not too long ago, and it was to say that grief is not always mourning the death of a loved one, but it can also be mourning the person that you were mourning a relationship, mourning the person that someone else was as well.
There was actually spots on the toilet and the floor in the bathroom is wet.
Gross. That means somebody wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing. Did you make sure you know, I ain't even gonna ask you that I ain't even gonna ask you that question. You wash your hands and everything good? You all right?
I even used the paper towel to open the door.
And you even use the paper towel. That's what I'm talking about. You better be hygienic. Don't play with these people. Yuck. That's what I'm talking about. Raise up a child in the way they should go. Period. Come on, cartwheels. Yeah. Period. My girl out here doing cartwheels. That's what I'm talking about. You better. I'm not going to show y'all my kids. I don't know y'all like that yet. I got to make sure that I built the community that I desire to build before I start putting my babies and stuff out here like that. But, yes. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I wish somebody was on here. I wish somebody was on here so I would know. Y'all say something so I can know. But yes, going back, grief for me was multiple layers because I had to grieve the person that I was, and that brought me into a stage of realizing that we always like to talk about our external accomplishments, but not all of our accomplishments are external. Sometimes the growth from going to a defeatist mindset to becoming a warrior internally, because that's what happens first. You have to get through the mental. You have to be built and prepared and molded on an internal mental and emotional alignment level before all of that starts to reflect in your outside. Because once you're actually healed, once you are mentally stable, once you get rid of those limiting beliefs, once you start to have faith in yourself and you start to trust your decisions and all that type of stuff, the things that you do on the outside, the decisions that you make, the choices, the things that you choose to pursue, the things that you choose to tolerate and accept, all start to change on the outside based on who you are now on the inside. And until you get there, it seems like your world is fighting against you. It seems like I make one step forward and take 2 steps back. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a part of the process. It's a part of the process because you got to allow your outside world to catch up. The decisions that it took for you, the decisions that it took, the things that we allowed and accepted in our lives, the things that happened that wasn't necessarily our choice that happened, we have to allow that stuff to dissipate. We got to get rid of that. Like I said, that victim mindset, that defeatist mindset, that I didn't deserve to be here, all that. And it's true. Maybe you didn't do anything to deserve to be here. Maybe somebody was out here doing some wild stuff. And yes, baby. This one's yours.
I already drank some?
Yes. You drank a lot of this, well, as you can see. Yeah, so once you get rid of that mindset, kids love being in a video. Y'all have no idea how many times a day I've like, this is not about you. My girl has main character energy. She does. And I'm not mad at it because her mom does too. She does. So I'm gonna let her have her moment. If her hair was done, I might let her be on here, but not right now. You all right? Good Lord. You're gonna have to go to the bathroom again. Do you think? Oh, I thought you was gonna go play. I'm trying to figure out, you know, you in grown folks conversation. We having healing conversation, church conversations.
Does it turn on a little bit of orange first one?
Yes, leave that there. It's gonna help heal it. Remember I told you when it comes to scabs and stuff like that, that's a part of the process. Eventually it's gonna harden over and it's gonna actually become skin and heal. So you gotta stop picking at it. Don't touch it. Let it do its thing.
The other one also looked like it was found a new one,
Mhm.
but it started to go down
Mhm.
because I wasn't scratching it.
Good. That's how it's supposed to go. Good job. I love my churn now. I do. I love my cookies. And I don't shy away from giving them information either. I think certain things are age appropriate. But when I was going through a lot of my mental health journey, I probably hid 60% from them, but they saw a good 40%. So when I had my bad days, my migraines, I communicated with my children and was like, hey, mommy's going through it right now. Can you guys keep it down? Can you watch a movie? You know, give them direction. Can you watch a movie? And da 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 da. When I felt my migraines first coming on, you know, I set up a bowl of cereal and stuff like that. Look, because I know for me, my migraines last for about 4 to 5 hours. And once I start to feel that little thing going on and I start to feel my eyes get the, yeah, no. And it got to a point to where they knew what the routine was, even for me. Like they, and I'll tell you this, I still don't like it. I personally didn't like it, but it also opened my eyes to let me know that my children understand and they're going to have empathy when they grow up. I do not put my mental health issues on my children. I do not force them to, you know, experience certain things, but it got to a point to where when I was having my migraines and I go, hey guys, I'm getting ready to, you know, X, Y, and Z, I'd have a washcloth that I wet and put it in the freezer, just, you know, on standby. And they knew, like, if I started laying down and it was like, mommy, you look like you don't feel too well. I'm like, no, I think my headache's starting to come through. They would actually turn off the light, go get my frozen rag out of the freezer, put it on my head, grab me a blanket, and they would go watch TV and play video games on their own. And I'm just like, the level of love and empathy that my children have for other people, my children have for seeing people in a certain state is a beautiful thing. And I'm currently working through, you know, to ensure that I didn't do any damage for them. But the beautiful thing about it is when I was in that space, I was in that space. Now they get to see this version of me too. Mommy, watch this. Let's go. Sorry. Hey, be careful because there's other people on that playground. All right? Excuse me. Yeah, so they get to see both versions of me. So they saw a little bit of the, okay, mommy's in pain. Okay, mommy's trying to figure some things out. Mommy's working through X, Y, and Z. But now they're getting, okay, mommy feels like taking us to the park. Okay, mommy's taking us to do blah, 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 blah. Mommy's getting up. Mommy's laughing. Mommy's, you know, cheering. Mommy is, you know, mommy has the mental fortitude, the time, the energy to do, you know, whatever. And it's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to understand, because it's not a situation of, oh, my parents was perfect. Oh, you know, I'm trying to balance out that mindset of you're not allowed to feel your feelings versus don't let another person see you sweat type energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to that, don't let another person see you sweat. I want them to grow up and have the discernment to know that that is for people that don't have your best interests in mind, um, that don't love and care for you in the way that you desire to be loved and cared for, in a way that's healthy. Huh? Oh. How you doing?
I see your video, so I want to walk on this side.
Oh no, thank you. So yeah, it's all a part of the journey. Oh, yeah, the not let a person see them sweat situation. You know, when you see that it's unhealthy, when you see that it's a bullying type situation, when you see somebody doesn't care for you on a deeper level, you know, or a situation of being manipulated, yeah, no, they don't deserve to see your tears. They don't deserve to see your energy. But when you're dealing with people who truly love and care about you and want the best for you, it's okay. Knowing what a safe space is and what's not a safe space really is my point. But yeah, it's when it comes to being a parent, it's like you just really, it's trial and error. You look at your life and, you know, try not to repeat things that you've experienced, while simultaneously trying to reinforce the things that you did experience that were beautiful for you, and also hope it fits the mold for your children, because your children aren't you. They're different personalities, different interests, different traits, and just like you would get to know a new spouse, a new individual, you have to get to know your children. They grow, they change, they get new friends, they go through phases just like we did. And as soon as you think you got the hang of something, they switch up on you. Don't ever think you got it you got it all figured out. Because as soon as you think you do, they got a new hobby. They want to try something new. Now they want to be a cheerleader. Now they want to do taekwondo. Now they want to golf. But that's my goal. Balance. To be able to balance my own personal healing, my own transformation with my core responsibilities of raising great human beings. And I take both of those things very seriously. So that's a little bit about who I am, why I do what I do. I do offer, I have a lot of offers. I'm still building my website. That's why I haven't said too much about it, but you can feel free to inbox me. I do readings. I do spiritual guidance and consultations. Like I said, I'm here for the encouragement. I'm here to give air to the flame that is within you. Fuel it and make it grow. So until next time, be good, be smart, be safe, and I hope you're here.